The motion is on the urgent need to investigate alleged poor state of Nigerian missions abroad, particularly the United States of America. The House notes with utmost concern disturbing and embarrassing findings discovered at the recent oversight visit of the Nigerian United States of America Parliamentary Friendship Group to the Nigerian mission houses in the New York, Atlanta, and Washington, D.C. The House also notes that mutual diplomatic representation is very crucial for promoting understanding and international cooperation amongst various countries and projecting a positive image of Nigeria among Committee of Nations. The House further notes with dismay that the Nigerian Mission House in New York is reportedly indebted in rent payments and has left over 30 staff without salaries for over a year. And in Washington, D.C., the elevator in the Mission House was only repaired after a patriotic Nigerian intervened to restore it, an act which, while noble, underscores gross negligence and systematic dysfunction in the running of Nigerian foreign missions. The House is aware of the provisions of Section 19A, B, C, and E of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as altered, which deals with foreign policy objectives of Nigeria and underscores the key elements of promotion and protection of national interest, promotion of African integration and support for African unity, promotion of international cooperation for the consolidation of universal peace, and promotion of a just world economic order. The House is also aware that in furtherance of the above provisions, particularly the need for the promotion of international cooperation, Nigeria maintains several diplomatic missions globally, comprising embassies, high commissions, and consulates charged with representing Nigeria's interests, strengthening bilateral ties, facilitating consular services, and supporting Nigerian citizens in diaspora. The House is further aware that these foreign missions serve as a means of interface for Nigerian governments, foreign governments, and other international organizations that are strategic for advancing our diplomatic, economic, cultural, and technical aid policies, and that the United States hosts several important international organizations, including the United Nations. The House is cognizant of the fact that for 2 years running, Nigeria has failed to replace Nigerian permanent representative to the United Nations and Nigerian High Commissioner to the United Nations, who chairs the Committee on Peace. This dereliction, among other issues, have created a negative perception of Nigeria globally and will potentially harm our aspiration for a permanent seat in the United Nations Security Council. The House is also cognizant of the fact that in recent times, Nigerian missions have been beset with several challenges, such as poor state of the mission houses, poor state of infrastructure and facilities, inability to pay staff salaries, ineffective diplomatic participation, and neglect of strategic foreign policy engagements, amongst others. The House is disturbed that despite receiving yearly budgetary allocations appropriated for their smooth operations, including running costs, maintenance of facilities, and staff welfare, the dwindling value of the Naira has made seem very inadequate, and the missions are therefore unable to meet the obligations, especially in the United States of America. The House is perturbed that Nigeria's international image is severely undermined by such appalling neglect, mismanagement, and administrative decay in key diplomatic outposts, especially in the United States, where Nigeria maintains strategic interests and aspirations, including her long-standing quest for a permanent seat in the United Nations Security Council. The House is concerned that there is an urgent need for this House, the legislature, to investigate this state of affairs in the United States missions with a view to ascertaining the true situation of things and condition thereof. The House is worried that unless very urgent and pragmatic steps are immediately taken to investigate and address these issues, the country may lose her respect in the eyes of our citizens and may, in the long run, plunge the country to ridicule, irrelevance amongst global actors. The House is therefore called upon most humbly to resolve as follows: urge the federal government to immediately appoint the Nigerian permanent representative at the United Nations and High Commissioner for the United States of America. Further urge the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Office of Accountant General of Nigeria to urgently intervene in the situation in the United States mission and save the mission and other affected missions from immediate ridicule, embarrassment, and operational deficiencies. mandate the Committee on Foreign Affairs and the Nigerian-USA Friendship Group to investigate the administrative, financial, and infrastructural conditions of Nigerian missions in New York, Atlanta, and Washington, D.C. Ascertain the causes of salary arrears, budgetary shortfalls, and mismanagement of allocated funds. Propose long-term recommendations to restore efficiency, professionalism, and dignity in Nigeria's foreign service operations, and report back to the House within 4 weeks for further legislative action. Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, I so move.